It's Madden NFL 23, and all eyes are on the Jaguars' veteran quarterback.
With a December snow blanketing much of the Midwest and Northeast, what a perfect time to be in the Sunshine State as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. They've been flawless all year long as they hit the home stretch at 13-0.
And now they just have to guard against complacency. You still got to go out and earn it every week.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. The Jaguars defense ready to go and in good form coming off the shutout a week ago. And we'll see how this group can perform, and in particular, this man at corner.
And boy, was he sensational a week ago. 1 interception is great. 2 is tremendous. Once you get beyond that, that's the game of your life. But that's what he was able to accomplish a week ago. And I wouldn't be surprised if the opposing offense steers clear of him here.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Well, this defense for the Jags, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game. And I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Prescott. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. And they're playing with a lead here in this first quarter as this drive gets underway. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss?
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They go to Elliott again. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he will have a Cowboys first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Now Prescott. His throw incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder
if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it at short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Trayvon Walker has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So that, Charles, another sack for him in his rookie year. Into double digits now. He's the first-round pick.
Yeah, and I think this organization struck gold when they drafted him. In fact, before the game, I saw the general manager, and all he wanted to do was sell man all the things he needs to improve on. I think right now, he's got a big grin on his face. If he stays healthy, you're looking at a future All-Pro.
He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 27-yard line. Now Prescott. Flush to it. Oh, Prescott stripped. And the Jags grab it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a great play for that defensive unit. The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. They had that strip a moment ago that led to the return for a score, so they're playing free and easy now as they try to shut down this offense again. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
13-0 is the score after one on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force the completion.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. They've had the upper hand so far this first half of play, working with a good lead already as they look to defend this first down. A first down carry by Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. That was Carl Nassib working his way through and sticking him behind the line.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Prescott. He completes it to Julio Jones. So 8 yards on the completion there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think he even covers it all day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down.
The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Throwing. Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. Following the interception, here's Prescott. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Prescott. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection.
The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. They'll have to defend the short field here as this drive begins for the 1st and 10. First down, Prescott. And this one quickly to Lamb. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Inside give to Elliott. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Throwing on on second down. Prescott escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards. A 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Carl Nassib providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long.
And he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game. Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in a kicker to try and hit these.
The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. They just got the benefit of a beautiful punt a moment ago. So this offense backed up down by their own goal line to start this possession.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys for moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
And now you've got options on second down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheaper.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Dwayne Smoot in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves.
The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. They'll play with a lead here to begin this 3rd quarter. Looking for another solid half of football to carry them to victory.
Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Draw play, Elliott. And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the 2nd straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Prescott from the gun. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this 3rd quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
The Jacksonville defense back onto the field.
Back to it after the pick 6. Prescott. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
On second down, Elliott. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Here's Prescott.
Catch is made. It's Schultz on the out route. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker.
They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be...
The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. They've done a really nice job of slowing the tempo of this offense, and as a result, they've got a comfortable third-quarter lead as this next drive begins, 1st and 10.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Prescott, he's going to find Gallup here complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It seems like we have seen this a lot in his rookie year. A nice tackle for a loss.
And the more games he gets under his belt, the better he's gotten. And sometimes you worry about rookies hitting the wall. Not in this case. This young man runs right through it.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
Devin Lloyd
came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
So it's another sack for the rookie. And Charles, I have to think that people are starting to get second thoughts about where this guy should be playing on the football field. I mean, right now he's about as good of a pass rusher as there is in the league.
Yeah, and you have to remember that when he was taken with their high pick, it was as sort of a guy who was going to roam the middle of the field. But I love your observation, your analysis right there. I think you're right on target. He's shown an incredible ability to get...
The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. And after their guys were forced to punt a moment ago, they'll try to force one of their own.
On 1st and 10, Prescott.
Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Flushed out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Devin Lloyd
able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Looking to throw, Prescott. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. A first down throw for Prescott. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Devin Lloyd getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Throwing on second and long. Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a third and long here. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. Desperation time. Prescott on fourth. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on fourth down. And the Jacksonville defense back onto the field. They've pitched the shutout here into the fourth quarter. Been sensational. The question, can they finish it off? They'll need to come up with another stop here. Prescott on first down. He finds his man complete. It's Schultz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Prescott. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
Forced, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Trayvon Walker able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. So, Charles, I mean, this is just becoming an exhibition now on how to rush the passer.
Yeah, and I can't help but laugh a little bit because I'm enjoying what we're watching. This is coming from a guy who was in college just a year ago. And we keep harping on their evaluation. They saw not just a guy who could rush the passer, but could rush the passer well. And that's why they took him as high as they did.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Prescott to throw on fourth. Just keeping the play alive. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. They've put in a very good shift so far, and this one pretty well. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Prescott now. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Devin Lloyd, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
So 4 sacks in the game. Charles, I don't know. Should we think about maybe bypassing Rookie of the Year and just jump straight to Defensive Player of the Year for him?
Oh, I like the whimsical tone in your voice on that one, because what we're seeing right now, Rookie shouldn't be able to do what he's doing, but he's getting it done. A little precocious, this young man.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on it.
The Jacksonville defense back onto the field.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Prescott.
That's caught again by Schultz. The Prescott to Schultz there for the Cowboy first.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And his throw is incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. And again, it's Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw, as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way.
Oh, Prescott stripped, and the Jags grab it. There he goes, right side. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott, he finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. So not just a blowout win for them today, Charles, but a shutout blowout win as well. Clearly just a superior effort on both sides of the ball.
But didn't it feel like you get a touchdown, you get a touchdown, and then the defense jumped up and said, hold it, we're getting involved as well. You're exactly right. Big points, both sides contributing, a full team win.
So for the Jags, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Dallas, this was basically just an exhibition.